We are currently embedded deep within a powerful high-speed solar wind stream, plasma flowing directly from a trans-equatorial coronal hole on the Sun. Right now, the solar wind velocity is hovering around 700 kilometers per second, extremely fast. But what's even more notable is that solar wind density has dropped sharply, falling below 1 particle per cubic centimeter, a key threshold scientists monitor when studying correlations between space weather and major earthquakes. Now, this particular coronal hole is unique for 3 reasons. First, it carries a negative magnetic polarity, allowing it to couple efficiently with Earth's magnetic field. Second, the solar wind stream is flowing right along the ecliptic plane, cutting directly through the solar equator, meaning the Earth is getting a full, direct impact. Third, this same coronal hole has already aligned with 4 distinct periods of elevated global earthquake activity over the past 90 days. Each time, powerful quakes followed in the days immediately after the density drop, when the solar wind stream relaxes and Earth enters a solar wind void. In just the past week, we've already seen a flurry of high-magnitude earthquakes across the planet. A 7.6 magnitude quake in the Drake Passage, south of South America, on October 10th. A 7.4 and 6.7 magnitude pair in the Philippines that same day. A 6.6 and 6.3 in Papua New Guinea. A 6.1 off the Kamchatka coast, plus several additional 6.0 plus quakes around the Pacific Ring of Fire. This pattern shows that Earth is already in a heightened seismic phase, and with the space weather setup we're currently in, conditions remain favorable for more major earthquakes in the near term. Now, this doesn't mean they're guaranteed, but statistically, the solar and magnetic conditions match those seen before previous seismic surges. According to the Space Weather Prediction Center, we are currently in a G1 class geomagnetic storm. The KP index, which measures geomagnetic activity on a scale from 0 to 9, has reached level 5, the threshold for a G1 storm. For context, G5 storms are considered extreme. Data from satellites at the L1 Lagrange point, roughly 1% of the distance between Earth and the Sun, show that solar wind speeds recently peaked at 800 km/s, now stabilizing around 740 km/s. Meanwhile, density levels have dropped from about 15 particles per cubic centimeter to below 1. And it's this drop that often coincides with large magnitude seismic releases on Earth. The working theory? When external solar pressure on Earth's magnetic field decreases sharply, it may allow the planet's crust to slightly expand, releasing built-up tectonic stress as earthquakes. Again, this is a developing field, but the timing correlations are compelling. Right now, there are 3 major global hotspots of seismic activity. 1. Kamchatka, Russia, where a magnitude 8.8 megaquake recently struck, followed by multiple 7s and 6s. 2. Papua New Guinea and the Philippines, both showing persistent aftershocks in the 6+ range. 3. The Drake Passage, near Antarctica, where a string of 7.6, 7.4, and 7.5 quakes have occurred in 2025 alone. This last region is particularly interesting. It's typically quiet for decades between major events, but now we've seen 3 massive quakes there within months, suggesting that deep tectonic forces are shifting. Also note, the Drake Passage is nearly antipodal, directly opposite on the globe, to Kamchatka, hinting at a possible energy balancing effect between the 2 zones. If that's the case, we may see a magnitude 8+ event in one of these regions in the coming months as global seismic energy seeks equilibrium. Meanwhile, on the Earth-facing side of the Sun, sunspot activity is rapidly increasing. In just a few days, the sunspot count has jumped from 60 to 130 and could soon reach 200 or more. 2 large active regions are developing, both near Earth's central line of sight. So far, no major flares have been released, but the magnetic fields are unstable, and any sudden realignment could launch a significant coronal mass ejection, CME, toward Earth. Using the 304 angstrom wavelength imagery, we can see bright new plasma fields forming, and a diffuse region that indicates strong magnetic tension. We are officially in the solar maximum of solar cycle 25, and everything points to an upswing in solar activity through the end of the year. Adding another layer of intrigue. There is currently an unusually high number of comets within the inner solar system. These icy, ionized bodies interact electromagnetically with the solar plasma field. Their presence could be subtly influencing solar activity, possibly contributing to the current spike in solar energy output and magnetic disturbance. It's part of a larger cosmic circuit, connecting the sun, planets, comets, and interplanetary plasma in ways we still don't fully understand. Recently, instruments aboard the Solar Orbiter spacecraft detected a large plasma shockwave traveling between the Sun and Earth. Initially, it was expected to impact Earth's magnetic field, but it never did. The reason? Solar Orbiter is positioned about 10 degrees above the ecliptic plane. That small offset means the shockwave likely passed just above Earth, missing us by a narrow margin. A lucky miss, because such a shock could have intensified the geomagnetic storm already underway. Many people report feeling these solar and geomagnetic fluctuations physically. Increased anxiety, fatigue, or tension. If you're biometrically sensitive, grounding practices can help. Spend time outside barefoot on natural surfaces like grass, soil, or sand, connecting to Earth's electric field. Avoid asphalt and rubber soles, which block conductivity. Move your body, hydrate, and breathe fresh air. Stay aware of the energy you consume, physically and mentally. And most importantly, spend time in stillness. Explore the cosmos within, as much as the one above. We are in a period of heightened solar, geomagnetic, and seismic activity, all seemingly interconnected through the vast electromagnetic web of our solar system. As we watch the sun's energy rise, new sunspots emerge, and the Earth respond in kind, one thing becomes clear. We are living through a time of immense planetary transformation, a reminder of how deeply we are linked to the cosmic forces around us. Thank you for joining me. Stay safe, stay centered, and keep watching the skies.